Okay, students, let's discuss about the general properties of d black elements only. Today's session, I'm going to discuss about the general properties of d black elements only. In that one, I'm going to discuss about the atomic radii, ionic radii of the transition metals, ionization enthalpy of transition metals, oxidation state of the d black elements only. Oxidation state of the d black elements. So, in this session, I'm going to discuss about these three properties are there. Atomic radii, ionic radii of the d block elements only, ionization enthalpy of the d block elements, oxidation state of the d block elements only. And next session we discuss about the color properties of the d block element, catalytical property of d block elements, magnetic properties of d block elements, formation of complex compounds of d block elements, formation of interstitial compounds of the d black elements only. So students, these are the properties of d black elements. First point is then atomic radii, ionic radii of the d block elements only. We can say very clearly is atomic radii, ionic radii of the d block elements are there. No, the atomic radii, ionic radii of the first decrease in the middle. Look, consider first just imagine what in there. Atomic radii, ionic radii is there. When you move from left to right, effective nuclear charge increases. Effective nuclear charge increases, so atomic radii decreases. What happens is consider if you see the graph, you get a very clear idea. So what happens, initial atomic radii decreases slowly from scandium to titanium, vanadium. So what happens after one come to the iron, cobalt, nickel is become constant. Again it increases only. So that's what I'm saying. The initial atomic radii decreases, okay, and again up to the middle is become constant, again increases only. You can clearly say this is called the 3D series only. This is a 4D series and 5D series only. 4D series, 5D series. You can see very clear idea is then here when compare the 3D series, 4D series having the highest atomic radii. When compared with the 4D series, 5D series, there we have the very closest approach of the atomic radii. Why they have the closest approach? Because of the lanthanide contraction only. Because of lanthanide contraction. So one point remember here, the atomic radii, ionic radii decrease till the middle of the almost become constant, and then again increase only toward the end of the period only. So what you just consider the whenever happen d block element is new electron enter the d orbital. So whenever new electron enter d orbital, simultaneously one more proton adds to the nucleus only. So what happens, the same time what happens, there just consider electron is added, nuclear charge increases. Because d orbital have the very poor shielding will be there. What happens, they when compared with the screening effect, attraction force is there, both will nullify only. So what happens, that's more attraction force on the valence electrons are possible. So that reason is then what happens, they consider the atomic radii decrease only. So what they given, new electron enter the d orbital, each time the nuclear charge increases by 1 unit only. Nuclear charge increases by 1 unit, but at the same time what happens, the shielding effect d orbital is not that effective. Shielding is not effective. So what happens, hence the net electronic attraction force between the nuclear charges nucleus attraction force become more. That reason why atomic size always decreases in any period only. Atomic size always decreases in the any period. You can see very clear. What happens, just consider scandium is then 21, titanium is 22 only. So whenever one electron is added here, the one proton is added in the nucleus. So what happens, there are two electrons, one more electron added here, one more proton is added only. So what happens, whenever new electron is coming, along with the electron, new proton also approach in present in the nucleus, nucleus is increase. So effective nuclear charge increase. Because of effective nuclear charge increase, what happens, initially the atomic size decreases only. Whenever the electrons are pairing starts, whenever you saw the electrons are pairing start, what happens, there is repulsion between the electron and electrons. So when now repulsion between the electron and electrons, what happens, they will start increasing of atomic radii. So what happens, you can end up this one, more electron pairs are there, more atomic radii increases only. One more point remember here is that whenever less number of pairing is there, less repulsions are there, atomic size will be decreasing. More number of unpaired electrons are there, more repulsions are possible. That's the reason why when compared with scandium, zinc is having the more atomic radii. When compared with the scandium, zinc is having the more atomic radii only. You can see that, however, the increase in the nuclear charge is practically cancelled by the increasing of the screening effect only. So what happens, when you go for end of the time is what happens, they will just consider the equal number of electrons added. What happens, when now electrons added, a screening effect and nuclear force of attraction both will be nullified. Whenever both will nullify, what happens? They just consider the atomic size slowly increases only. So when the increasing of nuclear charge and increasing of screening effect balance each other, the atomic radius become almost constant only. That's reason you can see very clear the atomic, when you saw here the why the atomic radius almost become constant means here the just consider the, you can see very clearly the atomic radius is almost become constant here the, when it comes to the iron, cobalt, nickel is very almost equal to constant. Why? Because means here the, here what happened, the screening effect to nuclear charge both will nullify only. So what happened there, same time is there here, what happened there, screening effect will be the nuclear charge both nullify, so no attraction force will be. That's reason why iron, cobalt, nickel is having equally almost same atomic radius only. So what an increase in the atomic rate toward the end may be the attribution of electron repulsion. I mentioned very clearly why at the end the point is an increase in atomic rate, but because of electronic repulsions are more is present only. So in fact the pairing of electrons from d orbital start from d5 configuration. After d5 configuration, what happens, the electron starts pairing. Whenever electron starts pairing, what happens there, the two electrons start repulsion. Whenever repulsion increases, automatically atomic size also increases. That's the reason why you can see the end of the P, what I mean, the end of, you can think having the highest atomic rate when compared with the copper, nickel is then because of more electron repulsions are there. You can see very clearly when compared to 3D series, 4D series having highest atomic rate. These are 4D series, yttrium to cadmium. 4D series start from yttrium, end with the cadmium only. And 5D series is now start with the lanthanum, end with mercury only. 5D series start with the lanthanum, end with the mercury only. So remember students, these are the very important series. You have to remember the series only. So just remember here the scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. This is 3D series only. Yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silver, cadmium. This is nothing but a 4D series only. Lanthanum, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, rhenium, osmium, iridium, platinum, gold, mercury is called as a 5D series only. You can see very clearly 4D series and 5D series having the almost equal atomic radii. Almost equal atomic radii only. So you can see very clearly general atomic configuration scandium argon 4s to 3d1. The select electron into the 3d2 only. So what I mean there, here the just consider the equal number of electrons are increases, equal number of protons also increases only. That's the reason why nuclear force of attraction strong. That is what reason why atomic radii decreases only. Next important concept is then here ionization energy enthalpy only. First of all, what do you mean by ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy means the minimum amount of energy required to remove the electron from the isolated gas atom. Because to remove the electron from the isolated gas atom, how much amount of energy required? That's called ionization enthalpy only. Due to the increase in the nuclear charge, there is an increase in that ionization enthalpy. I said very clearly, no, ionization enthalpy directly inversely proportional atomic size. More atomic size will be less ionization enthalpy only. And one more point is in any period is most of the period what happens, ionization enthalpy value increase when you move from left to right only. So what happens is that due to the increase in the nuclear charge, there is an increase in ionization enthalpy only along each series in the transition metals in left to right only. So when you move left to right, always what happens, the ionization enthalpy value increases only. The ionization enthalpy value gives some guidelines about the stability of the oxidation state only. So what happens there is the based on the ionization enthalpy, you can say the which oxidation state is stable only. Which oxidation state? What oxidation state stable means, by losing of how many electron, that element becomes stable only. By losing of how many electron, that element becomes stable only. You can see clear now. First ionization enthalpy. If I remove one electron from the isolated atom, is the first ionization enthalpy. Second ionization enthalpy, third ionization enthalpy. Always remember, if you want to remove electron from the same atom, always third ionization enthalpy is more when compared with the second ionization enthalpy. Second ionization enthalpy more when compared with the first ionization enthalpy only. So that's the reason why only. So next one is here. The next one more point is here. Consider the just consider in the increase in the ionization enthalpy. Why ionization enthalpy increases? But increasing of the effective nuclear charge. Whenever effective nuclear charge increases, ionization enthalpy also increases only. As the transition elements are the involves guidelines of the filling of n-1 d orbital. So whenever n-1 d orbital is increased, fill electrons are filling, what happens? Effective nuclear charge is more. More effective nuclear charge, what happens then? More ionization enthalpy will be there. Okay, no? Just consider what happened here, the screening effect, what happened, the nuclear force will be cancelled out. This is the atomic side decrease only. So we can see very clearly 3D series having the lowest ionization enthalpy when compared with the 4D series. 4D series having the lowest ionization enthalpy when compared to 5D series only. 5D series having most ionization enthalpy. Why 5D series having most ionization enthalpy? But lanthanide contraction because of filling of 4f orbital. Do you know where the screening effect is done? S orbital more screening is possible when compared to p orbital. P orbital is the more screening possible when compared to d orbital. D orbital is more screening possible compared to F orbital. F orbital less screening. Less screening will be the more nuclear force of attraction is there. More nuclear force of attraction is there, more ionization enthalpy will be there. So they mention very clear relation between the ionization enthalpy and stability of the metal ion in the oxidation state. They are given very clear idea. What happens with the help of the ionization enthalpy, we can predict the which of the two metals in the given oxide state is stable only. So thermally more stable. I need two oxidation states. I am going to find the which oxidation state of particular metal is more stable only. So this slide will get very clear idea. Look at it. When I remove 2 electrons are there, no, to remove 2 electrons from nickel atom, I require the 2.49 10 to the power minus 3, 10 to the power of 3 positive 3 kilojoules per mole. This amount of energy required. If you want to remove 2 electrons from platinum, I require the 2.66. When compared this two, which is less value, this is less stable. It clearly indicates what happens. The nickel plus 2 is more stable when compared to platinum plus 2. And I want to remove the electrons, 4 electrons from nickel is there. Now I go for the first ionization enthalpy, second ionization enthalpy, third ionization enthalpy, fourth ionization enthalpy. When I add together, I got the 11.22 into the power of 3 kilojoules per mole only. If you go for platinum, how much I get? The 9.3 only, which is less value platinum. So what I mean that the nickel plus 2 is more stable, platinum plus 4 is more stable only. So based on the ionization enthalpy value, you can predict the which one is more stable or less stable only. And here the last one more thing is there, here oxidation state. Do you know where transition elements exhibit the variable oxidation state only? Why transition element exhibit variable oxidation state? But not only ns orbital, along with ns orbital, n-1 d orbital also take part in the oxidation state only, in bond formation. That is what I mean that one of the notable feature of the transition metal is they exhibit the variable oxidation state only. They exhibit the variable oxidation state. Scandium plus 3 is possible. Titanium is the plus 3 is possible. Let's say plus 2 possible, plus 3 possible, plus 4 possible. Vanadium is there, plus 2 to plus 5 possible. Chromium is then plus 2 possible, plus 3 possible, plus 4 possible, plus 5 possible, plus 6 possible. Manganese is plus 2 to plus 7 is possible. Iron plus 2 plus 3 possible, plus 4 possible, plus 6 possible. Cobalt plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 possible. You can also one small logic point is by saying don't confuse here. Copper plus 1. Remaining all element except scan, remaining all 2 will come, 2 oxidation state. And next one is then here is concept after 2 is there the remaining all element from the nickel to backside scandium plus 3 only. Consider titanium to nickel plus 4 only. Vanadium to just consider vanadium plus 5 only will come, plus vanadium to manganese. Okay, now consider that plus 6 will come, plus 6 will come, chromium and manganese and iron plus 6 will come. Stability of particular oxidation state is then you can say very clear plus 3 oxidate was scandium more stable. Titanium is plus 4 is more stable only. Vanadium is then plus 4 is more stable only. Chromium is then plus 6. General plus 3 is more stable only. Manganese is then here the plus 2 and plus 1 is more stable only. Next comes iron plus 2 plus 3 is more stable. Cobalt plus 2 plus 3 is more stable. Nickel plus 2 is more stable. Copper is then here the plus 1 is more stable only. Zinc plus 2 is more stable. So variable oxidation, variable stability will be there. Let's look at the element which gives the greatest number of the oxidation state is occur is because of manganese only. You can see here manganese is manganese exhibit oxidation state is plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. Why? Because means in very well is then here you can see clear the what of the oxidation state what when they just scandium plus 3. Why scandium plus 3 means here the 4s contain 2 electrons. These 2 electrons lost by the 4s orbital and 1 electron from the d orbital. So how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 electrons can be lost only. Okay. Next comes the titanium is there. What happens there? 2 electrons lost is possible. Along with 2 electrons, 2 electrons also lost possible. So plus 3 only. Vanadium come to vanadium. What happens there? Plus 5 oxidation more stable only. Consider 2 electrons can last from the s orbital, 3 electrons from the d orbital only. Just consider chromium is then here. Chromium is plus 6 also possible, plus 3 also possible. Here the one electron from here, 2 electron from the orbital is lost, or else possible of loss of 6 electrons, 6 unpaired electrons are there. Coming to manganese is there. If you lose these 2 electrons are the plus 2. This electron plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7 only. Manganese only one element highest oxidative plus 7 only. You can see 2 plus 5, 7 only. Okay, now here consider the 2 plus 1, 3 oxidative. 2 plus 2, 4 only. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 4, 6 only. 2 plus 4, 7 only. From here on decrease only. Remember, iron 3 will come. Cobalt 2, 3 will come. Okay, no? Nickel 2 will come. Copper 1 plus 2 will come. Zinc will be there, no? Zinc 2 will come. So what I mean is because of the availability of the 4s orbital and 3 orbital is there, no? Transition elements exhibit the variable oxidation state only. Once again I am saying because of availability of the 4s orbital and 3d orbital. Suppose students, most of students they will get some confused. If you want to remove the first electrons, so where I have to remove from 3d orbital and 4s orbital. You have to always remove from the more number of n value. So what happens here, this outermost shell. This is the inner shell only. So what happens, you have to remove electron from the 4s orbital only. First you have to remove the electron from the 4s orbital. You can see very clear the elements. You can see very clear one point is there, no? Initial elements exhibit less number of oxidation state. Middle of the elements exhibit more number of oxidation state. Along the end of the elements also exhibit less number of oxidation state. We can see very clearly then. Also if I said some point you will confuse it. Middle of the element is the middle is then this element exhibits a variable oxidation more than which many will come. You can see end is then here end is this carbon also you can see the only one particular oxidation state only. Why? Because that means no here we consider the less number of just consider unpaired electrons are there. More number of unpaired electrons are there, more number of the oxidation states are possible only. So me ask question, after manganese what happens, the electrons are pairing will takes place because that reason only plus 2 plus 3 is more stable, plus 2 plus 3 and we count to plus 1 plus 2 only. So this point only you have to remember, very important point. The elements in the beginning of the series exhibit the few oxidation state. Okay, no? The elements in the end of the series shows fewer oxidation state only because they have too many electrons in d orbital. Because too many electrons in d orbital, middle of series exhibit the more number of oxidation states only. We can say very clear is there, no? Here one more point is, remember here the look at the concept. One more point is that whenever any oxides are forming only. So general transition metals they react with oxygen, they form various types of oxide only. When you saw highest oxidation number means covalent nature only. Lowest oxidation number means ionic nature only. Once again depends on when you saw the highest oxidation state is there, in any compound is the covalent character will come. Lowest oxidation state means ionic character will be there. Higher oxidation state is then more stable than the some elements are there, no? Higher oxidation state is more stable. For suppose molybdenum is then plus 6 more stable, tungsten plus 6 more stable, chromium plus 6 more stable. You can say the highest oxidation state you can see in the ruthenium and osmium plus 8 oxidation state. Ruthenium oxide exhibit the highest oxidation state only. Because students the variable oxidations are possible only. Look at the trends of stability higher oxidation state. Look at variable is then one any element exhibit highest oxidation state is then either it combined with oxygen or fluorine only. The stability of compound with the fluorine oxygen only. They form stable oxidation, highest oxidation with the fluorine oxygen only. The ability of fluorine to stabilize the highest oxidation state is due to either the higher lattice energy in the case of cobalt trifluoride, the highest bond enthalpies also. Maybe higher lattice energy or rigid bond enthalpy. These major factors only. You know really whenever any element exhibit highest oxidation state, it always may be combined with either oxygen or fluorine only. The ability of oxygen to stabilize the highest oxidation state is due to the ability to form a multiple pi bonds. Why oxygen exhibit the more highest oxidation state means just Mn2O7 only. In Mn2O7 manganese oxidation state is plus 7 only. So VF5 maximum is plus 5, CrF maximum plus 6. So how fluorine maintains stable oxidation, highest oxidation because of the lattice energy. How oxygen is because of the multiple bonds only. You can see very clear idea. Either in here just consider the chromium plus 6 is there. Here is consider the vanadium plus 5, titanium plus 4 is possible. Here is consider the whenever elements combine with the fluorine, then only exhibit the highest oxidation state only. Highest oxidation state only is their capability. You can see very clear is there. Here the highest oxidation state number is achieved in the titanium example. Just consider example tetrafluoride, titanium tetrafluoride, vanadium pentafluoride, chromium hexafluoride only. But when you come to manganese is there, manganese triaxide fluoride, MnO3F only. And this condition is there, manganese oxidation number is plus 7 only. So iron oxidation number plus 3, so Fe(F3) only. So cobalt F3 only. You can see although vanadium exhibit 5 oxidation number 5 is represent only when Vf5. So what I meant to say here, just consider that no, whenever any transition metal highest oxidation state is there, you can always remember it's maybe combined with oxygen and halogen. Unless oxygen halogen, any transition element never exhibits its highest oxidation state only. Never exhibits its highest oxidation state only. You can say very clearly then here the consensus one is +2 and compared to +2 oxidate is unstable. +1 is the most stable one. You know very concept. Cu +2 what I mean it is here oxidizing is under reduction process. Under reduction process only. So this one more point is that YS means just consider the you may ask question. So when you are moving left to right, what happens? Ionization enthalpy value is then slowly decreased, but copper having the highest ionization enthalpy value because of stability of hydration enthalpy, ionization enthalpy. Also, we'll discuss about that concept is later only. So students, in this session I'm going to discuss about the atomic radii, ionic radii, oxidation state of the transition metals only.